welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be your Samhain reading, so happy Samhain, happy Halloween whenever you're watching this. I'm going to try to post this on Halloween day, so hopefully you're seeing this on Samhain. So this reading, I made a tarot spread for Halloween for Samhain to do for this reading today. So I'm going to pop it up on the screen now so you can see what we're going to go into. But this is just really important things that I think we need to go into for Samhain. Samhain is considered the pagan New Year. So it's kind of that there's like a transitional period. It's a really powerful time. It's a good time to let go of the past and look forward to the future, look forward to this dark part of the year where we can really get introspection and reflection on our lives. So it's just a really potent time to connect with spirit as well, with ancestors. So there's also a question in there about a message from your ancestors. So this reading today is just going to encompass all of that. So I have 3 different decks to choose from. Deck number 1 is going to be the Halloween Tarot. Deck number 2 is going to be the Everyday Witch Tarot, and deck number 3 is the Jack-o'-lantern Tarot. So I've already pre-selected some oracle cards for you over here as well. So it's going to be group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3 with your timestamps down below. And while you're thinking of what pile to choose, I'm going to cleanse the space. Just whatever deck or whatever kind of image or whatever is pulling you towards that pile is usually the way to go. Just the one that initially kind of piqued your interest or that your eyes kind of latched onto. That's usually the best reading for you. If you find that your pile is not resonating, feel free to pick another pile or to watch the whole video and just pick up on what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy. And with that being said, we are going to get on to group number 1 here. Hello, group number 1. If you chose this deck, this reading is for you. This is the Halloween Tarot. So you picked a classic here. So I'm just going to shuffle this and we are going to look at that spread that I showed at the beginning of the video, just to get the energy that you need to focus on for this Samhain really potent day. Okay, so number 1 here is, how can you see through the veil? And with this question, it was, how can you be more self-aware? So number 2 here is going to be, what do you need to let go of this season from your past? So what do you need to leave behind with this turning of the wheel? What do you just need to have stay in the past? Okay, and number 3 is going to be what to look forward to in the future. So what to look forward to in the coming season of Yule and Christmas. And number 4 here is going to be a message from your ancestors. Okay, so let's start with this one up here. So this one is going to be, how can you see through the veil? Samhain is a time when the veil is at its thinnest and we can see into worlds and see things that we normally wouldn't be able to see. And so with this card, I really wanted to see what can you do to be more self-aware? Okay, so seeing deeper into your own self. So we have the Sun. How can you be more self-aware? How can you see into the veil? So you got the Sun. So this is a beautiful card. It's about being authentic and being yourself. So how can you be more self-aware? How can you truly be yourself? Is by being authentic. Just let yourself shine. Whatever it is that you've been trying to hide away or that you maybe don't share with others, don't be ashamed to share that, because that is how you can be your best self, how you can be more in tune with yourself, and overall you'll just have more insight into your own life by being authentic and not hiding away and laying everything out on the table and choosing happiness when that's possible. So this card here is going to be things to leave behind. What do you need to let go of? Ace of Cups. You need to let go of the feeling of not being deserving enough. So I definitely feel like you are somebody who, if you are gifted something, if you are given blessings, you believe you are not worthy. So that is something definitely to leave in the past this Samhain season. With the turning of the wheel and it getting into Christmas time, leave that behind. Any gifts or well wishes or just anything that you receive this coming season, accept it with gratitude and accept it with a deserving attitude, like you deserve it. Like you can be so grateful, but also know that you deserve it. And don't feel like these blessings that are coming into your life are not deserving, because you are deserving of them. So this next card is going to be what to look forward to in the future. We have the 10 of Imps, or the 10 of Wands. So something to look forward to is being able to handle more. I see you as becoming stronger with these two here. So being more authentic to yourself and realizing that you're deserving and worthy of blessings that have come into your life, you'll be able to take on more, maybe harder things in life. Like you'll be able to pile that on and it won't be overwhelming for you. You'll be able to tackle many tasks at once. You'll have a lot of creative projects or just a lot going on, and you'll be able to handle all of it because you're being true to yourself, which is one of the most important things to do in life in general. But when you're true to yourself, you get this like almost light and airy feeling, like you're free. And so when outside factors are kind of piling up or things that would normally be overwhelming to you, you're able to handle them with more grace because you don't have that inner kind of thing bringing you down. A lot of times, the way that we react to our surroundings and react to things happening to us is because of something internal. So if your internal self is sorted out and everything is good there, then the outer things, the exterior things become easier. So we're going to get to this card, which is a message from your ancestors. Ace of Pumpkins. Accept opportunities. Your ancestors see opportunities that will be available to you soon. So financial opportunities, something that you normally wouldn't say yes to, they are telling you to say yes. And I feel like when this opportunity is presented to you, when it's brought forth, you'll know. Like right away, you'll be like, yes, that is what my ancestors wanted me to say yes to. Like it'll just pop in your head. You'll know that that is what they were talking about. And it'll be kind of strange. Like it'll be like something that you're not used to accepting. But say yes anyway to just see where it goes. Accept that because it's going to bring a lot of abundance into your life. 10 of Imps, it's like almost being so busy because you have all of these opportunities. Like that is what's coming for you in the future. But it is a result of also saying yes to this opportunity that you might not have said yes to normally. But with this Samhain season, I just see you kind of transforming and becoming more of yourself. I feel like it's just been a collective shift as well. I've seen a lot of this sun energy around October for a lot of people. I feel like it's just a lot of us are going to have awakenings or going to be able to see a future where we live more authentically with this thinning of the veil. Like spirit is showing that to us. And so a lot of us are able to make that shift a little bit easier during October. This is the time to do it. This is the time of manifesting, to make your wishes come true, because the the air is just pure magic. Like the energy around Samhain is very potent, very strong. You can make your dreams a reality. So I have 2 oracle cards over here for you that I want to go into. So we have Winter, the sacredness of pausing. And then we have Coming of Winter. It comes in lullabies deep within your mirrored flesh. Alas, it is time to lay your quivering chest upon the winter's coming. Oh my gosh, that's funny. They're both about winter. Okay, so we're gonna get I'm going to read the guidebook for this deck here because it's a really beautiful message. So let's see what it says for Coming of Winter. Keywords: reflection and rest. The outside world can seem such a cold and distant place. It can be tough to navigate the trail buried beneath the snow. It is hard to feed your soul when your surroundings offer little nourishment. In the dead of winter, life can be beautiful, still, peaceful, blisteringly cold, unforgiving, changeable. There is but one thing to do when the winter storms come blowing: seek shelter to rest, recharge, and reflect. We must all take refuge within ourselves from time to time. Our souls need the energy of winter to slow us down so that we can serve our strength for when we need it. A harsh lesson, but learning to face the winters of our lives prepares us for facing the future. Take the time to reflect on your choices and the consequences they reveal. Look for ways to evaluate the path you've walked. Learn from your mistakes and celebrate your triumphs without harsh judgment. When the winter winds blow into your spread, it is time for self-reflection. Failure to learn from your experiences often causes the repeat of mistakes. It's time to review the choices you've made without the opinion of others. What choices made your heart happy? What choices left you numb or lacking in inspiration? What is holding you back, and what resources could you use more of? Use the answers to questions like these to get a better understanding of what truly makes you happy and to form a plan to start shifting your life towards the image of your choosing. This card comes with a message to rest. The world will wait for you. Give your mind, body, and soul time to be still. Taking time to recharge is not laziness. It is the choice of supporting yourself. You'll have more strength, energy, and focus to devote time to the things you love when you are rested. I love spirit. I mean, I pulled these 2 cards. I didn't know what I was pulling, and they're both winter. So this is a very important message to rest this coming winter, okay? Reflect. I love that it was talking about focusing on what makes you happy, not what you think will make others happy, but what will make you happy. So I think this winter season for you is going to be this time of transformation, of reflecting, of becoming this more authentic version of you, so that when spring comes, when we get into that more productive and full of life kind of time of year, this is when the 10 of Imps is going to come in for you. And that is when you're going to have this Ace of Pumpkins. Like we have flowers here, which reminds me of spring. So that is when you'll have this opportunity presented to you, is later on after the winter. So like beginning of spring, I would say. And that's when you'll have just all of this creativity and all of this drive, because you've spent your winter months reflecting, resting, pausing, looking at who you want to be from now on. And when that time comes around, when spring and summer come around, you will just be rejuvenated. It's almost like a hibernation. Like that's the kind of energy I'm getting. So really beautiful. Take this time to rest, to reflect, to transform into the person that you want to be. And yes, I hope that this reading resonated for you, group number 1. If you liked this reading, please comment down below. I love to hear feedback. Again, if you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy. And I hope you have a wonderful, happy Halloween. And I'm going to get on to group number 2 now. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this deck, this reading is for you. So I'm just going to shuffle and pull the 4 cards for your spread, the spread I showed at the beginning. I feel like it just kind of encompasses all of the things we need to focus on during Samhain, during this magical season. It's a beautiful time to let go of things from our past and to connect with our spirit guides and our ancestors. It's just a really potent time, and it's my favorite time of year. So we're just going to pull the 4 cards for you. Okay, so this one is, how can you see through the veil? So how can you be more self-aware and more self-reflective? Number 2 is going to be what to leave in the past for this season, what to just leave behind as we move forward. And this is going to be what to look forward to in the coming seasons, in the coming new year, because Samhain is considered the pagan new year. So this is what to look forward to in this coming year. And this is going to be a message from your ancestors. Okay, so we're going to start off with this one, which is how to see through the veil, and to be more self-aware, to see past what we hide away. And Samhain, Halloween, is said to be when the veil is at its thinnest. So it's the perfect time for that kind of work. 10 of Pentacles. How to be more self-aware. The first thing that's coming to mind for me with this card is listening to your family. Going to those who have walked before you to evaluate you and ask them for advice. 10 of Pentacles is all about legacy. So I also feel like this is another message from your ancestors kind of sneaking in here. Of course, I mean, Samhain is all about that. So 10 of Pentacles is about legacy. It's about what those before you have kind of left for you, if that makes sense. Like, they have kind of carved the path of your life. So go to somebody that you trust in your family that has come before you and ask them for advice on something that you feel like you need to improve about yourself. Like, I feel like there's something that's been nagging at you as something that you don't like about yourself, or you want to improve, or you feel like you're not doing something correctly. So this would be to go to a family member. You can even ask ancestors in like a spiritual way, right? We can do a tarot spread if you're into that, do a ritual to try to get answers from a collective ancestor if you're not feeling connected to your physical family. But I do feel like this is more of a family that you know that are still alive, but it could go that other way as well. So just whatever you feel comfortable with. But I do feel like to be more self-aware, to see deeper within yourself, go to others, kind of bounce off of them and use them as a reflection of yourself. Because a lot of times we can even see like mistakes that our ancestors have made that we don't want to make as well. So that can be another way, is to look at the mistakes of those who have come before you and look at how to not make those same mistakes and how you can mold your life to be something different. So 2 different kind of energies there. So hopefully one of those is resonating with the people that are watching. But that's kind of, I feel like there's 2 groups of people that could be watching this. So now we're going to get on to what to leave behind, what to leave in the past as we move on, to just let go of. 4 of Cups. This is going to be the energy of not enjoying life. So that is going to be left behind for you. Leaving that behind during the Samhain season is really important. It's this feeling of numbness. It's this feeling that nothing is good and that we're just bored and we're just lacking interest in everything. So I feel like with this, I feel like letting go of this is going to cause you to be more inspired by life again. Life is going to have color again, and it's going to be exciting. And maybe I feel like a lot of us kind of feel like this during this time, like with Christmas coming up. We feel very like excited. And so I feel like that's how you're going to be. You're going to leave behind this just not feeling like anything is even worth it. Like you just feel like, what's the point? I feel like you're going to have magic come back into your life. Like this feeling of boredom, this feeling of lack of interest will be left behind. And that's something to definitely let go of this Halloween season. So now we're going to look at what to look forward to in the coming year. Ace of Wands. Yeah, so this is the perfect like opposite of the Four of Cups. So something to look forward to, being inspired. Like this is that kind of naive, like young, when you're just so excited and life is just like sparking something inside of you and just lighting you aflame. Like that is what you're going to have to look forward to in this coming season. Just, you're going to be reignited. You're going to be wanting to do all of these different creative projects, and you'll have new ideas, and you'll just look forward to the future. So really, really good energy. So now we're going to look at a message from your ancestors. We have the Six of Swords. Don't be afraid to escape something. If something's not working for you, just leave it behind. Just run away from it and go towards something else. I feel like a lot of times we feel like we're abandoning something if we just leave it behind and we just don't look back. But don't be afraid to do that. Like your ancestors are telling you, if there's something that has been causing you pain, or you just, it's not interesting you anymore. It's something that maybe brought you a lot of joy in the past, and you feel maybe almost like you owe it to that part of yourself to keep going, even though it's not something that interests you anymore. Your ancestors are telling you, leave it behind. Escape away from that, because it's causing you to live this just lackluster life. Leave it behind and start on new projects. No matter how many times you've done it, no matter if you feel like you're betraying people or betraying your past self, leave it behind. Escape from that mundane, that everyday, that not beautiful life, and go towards something different. Okay, so now we're going to look at your oracle cards. So we have joy, rejoicing in the present. And we have protection. This is my house, stained by the very blood flowing through its walls, covered in a veil of delicious prayers, yet deadly to those who dare lift its hidden. So I'm going to read the message for protection from the guidebook. So it's number 29. So the keywords are safety and hidden. Many of us had to search out our own safety since beginning our journeys as spiritual healers, students, and teachers. We've faced criticism for being witches, faced jealousy for being true to our past, and had to withstand attacks from your own egos. But we rise and keep going with fearless determination. We know that we have our spiritual team, our ancestors, guides, and angels to support us and keep us from harm. You are always protected, my dearest witch, no matter how scary the world may seem or how many things go bump in the dark night of your soul. Within you is a space that cannot be harmed, penetrated, or shaken. Here you can retreat to heal and find comfort. You need only step through the veil into the arms of those who love and care for you. If you have drawn protection, know that all is well and you are safe. Your spiritual support team will protect you from harm. You are protected from hexes, evil eyes, danger, psychic attacks. You are even protected from the dangers of your earth-based ego. Know that you can handle anything. When you are feeling unsafe, speak to the powers that be. Ask them to guide you where you do not have eyes and to keep you safe when you are in harm's way. They are always walking with you and are ready to provide you with additional support whenever you feel the need to ask. Wow, you have a very strong family watching out for you on the other side. So this is just a message of protection. I also feel like if spirit work isn't something that you've done, like ancestral work, I definitely suggest that you look into it, because I feel like your ancestors want to talk to you. They look out for you. They have guidance for you. And again, with the 10 of Pentacles that I was talking about, with maybe looking for advice with past loved ones or past ancestors. So that's a really important message as well. Tonight, if you're watching this on Halloween, is a beautiful time to do that. Do some kind of ceremony or ritual with your ancestors. You can look up, just Google like ancestor ritual, connecting with your ancestors, and you can do something little. It doesn't have to be big. You can literally just have that intention, and that's good enough. And then we got joy, which is rejoicing in the present. And I definitely feel like that energy is coming up for you. With the 4 of Cups, you are very much not in that energy. You don't rejoice in the present. You just feel like, what's the point? But with the Ace of Wands that I was talking about in the future, I feel like you will get back to that place where you are just so happy in the present moment just to be there and fully enjoy it. So that is what I see for you, group number 2. If you enjoyed this, I love to hear feedback down below. Again, if you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them in my Etsy shop down in the description box. I hope you have a very, very happy Halloween. And I'm going to get on to group number 3 now. Hello, group number 3. If you chose this deck, this reading is for you. This is the Jack-o'-lantern Tarot. So I'm just going to shuffle this so we can get the spread, the tarot spread that I showed at the beginning of the video. And I just wanted something kind of short and to the point that encompasses all of the important things about Samhain and about this very magical time. Because it's a time of reflection. It's also a time of magic. It's a time of connecting with ancestors. There's just so much beautiful energy around this time. So I wanted to do a reading that would fully encompass all of those things. All right, so number 1, this is going to be, how can you see through the veil? How can you be more self-aware? Because of course, Samhain is the time when the veil is at its thinnest. So number 2 here, we have what to leave in the past, what to leave behind with this season to just let go of. Number 3 is what to look forward to in the coming year, because Samhain is considered the pagan new year. So this is what to look forward to in the coming year. And number 4 is going to be a message from your ancestors. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to get started with number 1, which is, how can you see through the veil? How can you be more self-aware? 6 of Cups. Reflect on your past. Look at your childhood and how it has shaped the person that you are today. So this Samhain season, this time, it's such a beautiful time for reflection. And there is a time to dwell on the past. So I feel like for you to be more self-aware and to look deeper within, looking into your past, specifically your childhood, will help you to be a more self-aware person, a more well-rounded person. I'm not sure if you've heard of inner child work, but that is something that I think would benefit you to maybe do some healing around that. But it's also just reflecting on your past choices and the decisions that have led you to where you are today. So very self-explanatory there. So now we're going to look at what to leave behind. What do you need to leave in the past right now? And we have the Devil. So what you need to leave behind in the past, what you need to let go of during this season is self-destructive tendencies. This feeling of being trapped or being controlled by addictions or unhealthy habits in your life, that is what you need to let go of. There's like a toxicity in the Devil card. It's just unhealthy things in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be an addiction or something that extreme. It's just whatever we're doing that is sabotaging us. And I feel that you know that. I feel like you do know that this is something you need to let go of. And so that's why it's showing up here, because I feel like it's kind of coming to that end place. It's coming to a point, it's coming to a place where you know that this is something you need to let go of. And Samhain is a beautiful time to do that. You can do a beautiful ritual of letting go of these toxic habits or these routines that you're doing that just aren't serving you. So now over here, we're going to look at what to look forward to in the coming year. The moon. I feel like you are going to uncover so many secrets. I definitely feel like there's big childhood trauma or some kind of big trauma just from these 3 cards alone. I see that in your energy. And I feel like you'll be able to understand that more in the future. So that's something to look forward to. This coming year and into 2023 will be very enlightening for you. You'll be able to also, I see like pulling off a mask, like pulling off this persona that you've been putting out into the world that is not truly yourself, but also just uncovering secrets, like understanding why you have these tendencies over here with the Devil. And with that 6 of Cups, looking into the past, you'll be able to uncover secrets about yourself, and you'll have way more understanding about why you are the way you are, but also ways to change that, to take what has caused you pain in the past and make it into something beautiful for the future. So this card here, we're going to look at a message from your ancestors. 5 of Swords. Your ancestors are telling you to have compassion for yourself. Like through this journey of self-exploration and to looking into your past, I feel like you might just do things in a hurtful way. Like do things in a very severe kind of a way. But I feel like you need to come at this with compassion for yourself, understanding, and don't treat it like a battle that needs to be won against yourself. Treat it more like a journey, like a destination that you eventually want to get to, but it's always, that destination is always changing. Don't treat it like this battle that you just need to win at no matter the cost. So that is what I see here. So now I'm going to look at the oracle cards for you. So we have forgiveness, reducing burden, and broom. What dreams may come from what you seek? Make room, make way, a clearing need be. Okay, so I'm going to read from the broom card for the guidebook. I'm going to read from that. So it's number 8. Keywords: clearing, purifying home. A broom or a besom can be found in any home for sweeping dust and dirt. However, a broom to a witch is more than a simple household tool. It holds a special significance and sweeps more than dust and dirt away. Brooms are often used to sweep away negative energy in a similar way to Native Americans burning white sage. It sweeps away the physical and invisible energies that have crept in from the outside world. This clearing of energy contributes to a witch's well-being. Clearing out the old and dusty, a witch makes space for the new. Sweeping out negative energy, a witch raises her vibration and therefore her strength. When the broom sweeps into your life, you are being guided to do some cleaning. Some things surrounding your current situation have been neglected. You need to clear out this dust of the past. This card can also mean clearing your aura. As healers, we tend to hold on to the energy of others for much longer than we need. It's important to do regular purification rituals to keep your aura nice and tidy. This message is amplified if you also pulled the Athame card. The more you clear out the old, the more you make room for new energies to come into your life. Removing things both physical or metaphorical from your life, such as mementos from past relationships, or giving away things that remind you of old situations, helps with that process of clearing. So I think through this process of digging up the past, you'll be able to clear that out. When we don't face it and we just tuck it away, it starts piling up. But if we can face it head on and then let go of it, and then it's gone. So I feel like you don't have to identify as a witch to do something like this, but anytime you dig deep or you find out something new or something upsetting from your past, you can do like a cleansing kind of a ritual, or just like envision that just coming off of yourself, and you can do like brushing motions, like I'm getting all of that negativity off of me. You can buy like a small little broom to literally sweep the negative energy off of you. So that is one thing. Also, I think getting rid of mementos, getting rid of things from the past that cause you pain. You can do that in some kind of ritual. There's like burning bowl rituals, and it just feels very empowering to do that, to just leave it behind, burn it away. And I love that we have the forgiveness card here. So reducing burden. It really is true that forgiveness is not for the person that we're forgiving. It is for us. So I feel like forgiveness is something important in this journey for you, to forgive those who have hurt you, to forgive the way that you were raised or whatever it may be, for yourself. Because again, it'll reduce that burden. It will reduce all of that stuff that's piled up deep inside. And through the forgiveness and through this cleansing and just getting rid of the old, we'll be able to have this better future. So I do think this year is going to be full of deep shadow work for you, deep introspection, looking at the past and looking at your childhood, lots of inner child work. But through all this, you'll be such a lighter, happier person. So I hope that this reading resonated with you, group number 3. I would love to hear feedback down below. If you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy. And with that being said, I'm going to get on to the outro of the video. All right, everyone, so that is the end of the Samhain readings. I really had a lot of fun doing this. I feel like we dug up a lot of important messages. This is just a really deep time, a time to go deep, a time to reflect, a time to go where you can't normally go, because we have all of these forces at work. We have stronger like connection to the spirit world and all of those things. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know what plans you have for the Halloween season or for Samhain. Are you doing any kind of special rituals? I would love to know. But yeah, I really hope you guys have a very, very happy Halloween, a safe, spooky season, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!